Hey guys, this is Ben from Project Spartan. Now, today I wanted to make a video around this idea of, first off, my beard probably does look a bit darker than usual. I have to dye it because unfortunately, I don't know why, but I have like a ginger beard and it's fucking weird, man. But anyway, so I have to dye this bad boy, so if it looks dark, that's from freshly dyed, so I just want to be like, just explain that up front. So anyway, let me go back to the topic of this video for today. And it's around this idea of fear and thinking about what's holding you back. And I think that I talk to loads of guys who are held back in life by their preconceived beliefs revolving around fear, and that stops them from moving forwards and feeling the way they want to feel. And I want to start, I suppose my message with this video is to start thinking or questioning why you have that fear. First off, you've got to recognize that it exists. So I mean, this is a prime example. I have guys that I'll speak to on the phone who apply for my program, and they are a good fit for it. We've got a clear idea of why. We know that they're not feeling happy. We know that there's a catalyst, whatever that might have been, and they feel unhappy, and they recognize that. So they want to move towards feeling better in themselves. But they're held back sometimes because their fear is that if they come to Spartan, they'd be the biggest there, they'd be the unfittest there. People will recognize, they're going to feel embarrassed, they're going to feel, they think they're going to feel embarrassed, they think they're going to be laughed at, I suppose. They feel like they're going to be singled out, or when that's all bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. The truth as it is that whatever you want to do in life, there is going to be that feeling of uncomfortable because you're going to have to do something new. You're going to have to start to do something new to get to where you want to get to. Now, I think that this idea of fear can be related to our childhood, or what we've experienced within our childhood, and we've built up these beliefs that we can't do things. One of mine, for instance, is this idea of public speaking. Now, I know I can do it. I've done it many times in the past. I constantly meet new people. I talk in front of the guys all the time, and I know I can do it. But because when I was young, I was probably, I think, about 13, and I used to enjoy drama at that time. I was really outgoing, enjoyed drama, and we did a play at an arts festival, and I forgot my lines. I forgot my lines for this production that we were doing, and I remember standing there on stage and thinking, don't forget your lines, don't forget your lines. And I did. And I felt the whole room go silent, and everyone's attention was on me. And so I couldn't quite remember my lines. I remember I stuttered something out. I got off stage, and we were only young, obviously around about 12, and the other guys were like, what are you doing, why didn't you say? And I was like, oh, I just forgot. And I didn't really forget, I just experienced fear and overwhelm, and the spotlight was on me. And strangely enough, that belief that I'm gonna have like a panic attack, or I'm gonna feel that weight of the room, it lasts with you over time. Then you take that into your adulthood. It could be your experience with PE. Now, I always got on great with PE. I really enjoyed it. It was my favorite. It was one of my favorite lessons. But I remember guys in our PE class when we were young, and I could tell they hated it. They bring a note to say why they couldn't do it, and they really could. You know, it was just that fear that they were going to get laughed at. And yeah, teenagers are brutal in that sense. But that can stay with them, so they always have that belief that they don't enjoy exercise or they don't enjoy training. When really, to create, as you become an adult, you realise that you're going to have weaknesses. There's things that you're good at and there's things that you're not so good at naturally, but a lot of them you'll be drawn towards the things you are good at rather than recognising your weaknesses or recognise why you've got that belief and tackling it. So I had this belief revolved around public speaking, and as I went into my later years, teenage years, I'd really struggle with speaking in public because I would feel that arts festival experience of I forgot my lines, that would come again. So I think it's important sometimes to recognise what are your fears and what holds you back. And although I'm probably jumping around a little bit here, I make myself now do it again and again and again, speak in front of the guys, and if I feel awkward and I feel like I can't quite find the words that I want to, then fuck it, man. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Really, seriously, we're gonna die one day. So every day you should do things which feel a little bit uncomfortable. And a lot of the time what it is, the main thing is we worry about what other people think. People are nervous about coming to Spartan, and what holds them back a lot of the times, they're worried about who's going to be there, what they're going to be like, you know, what's the experience going to be like. And everyone that comes, it's a really warm, welcoming environment. Everyone wants you to succeed, and and all the fears that are in your head have just been built up through past experiences and through the feeling sometimes you're not good enough, which again is bullshit. It's bollocks. These are our own limiting beliefs of what we can accomplish. And people that are, whatever you want to term, successful, generally speaking, recognize their weaknesses, recognize their fears, and will face them anyway. Just fuck it and approach it, you know, fuck it and do it. If you can have that, right, I'm just gonna do it, and it may help you to move forwards with whatever is holding you back. That idea of fear. So that Arts Festival experience when I was younger, if I have to get up in front of a group, I would get nervous doing that. I remember at university I would always avoid that. But since then, getting into adult life, I know I can do it. I've done it so many times. And you have to keep doing it again and again and again and again to realise if you have a message and you speak from the heart, then, and you recognise that truth, which I've mentioned in other videos, then there's nothing to be nervous about. There's nothing to be worried about. People that come to training with Spartan, no one's going to kill you. You only, with your heart, push yourself as hard as you can, and you will feel amazing for that. You'll feel a lot better than having that sense of regret or guilt that you didn't go, because that'll just eat you up. And what I want to finish on is this idea between progress and perfection. I mentioned this to the lads, the brotherhood who I work with, and it's all about progress. These videos that I'm making now, I'm going to keep making videos one after another. It's got nothing to do with perfection, and this again goes back to my own experiences of I wanted everything to be perfect when I was younger, and I remember getting called to the classroom. I was in geography class, and I got called to see the teacher because what I would do is I would write all my geography work out. I was very meticulous with everything, a bit OCD-ish, wanted it all perfect. If it wasn't perfect, I'd tear it out, I'd rip the back page out, and I'd lose 2 pages each side. And this continued for a while, so eventually I didn't have any pages left. So I got asked to go and see my geography teacher, and they were like, damn man, what's going on? Why have you got so few pages? And I had to weirdly explain because the page wasn't perfect, and they were saying to me, well, just leave it. I was like, I can't. You know, this was just these ingrained habits based around this notion of perfection when it's absolute bullshit. It's progress, 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 progress. You know, you might see the guys in front of the men's health magazines, or you might see this idea of perfection when it's absolute bollocks. You know, everyone is unique, and this idea of perfection, I know loads of guys that are ripped, that are fucking miserable, man. So you have to find this idea of happiness. But the message for today is really around this notion of fear and thinking about what's holding you back. And a lot of it really is You're worried about the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario. I'm going to train, I'm going to be ill, I'm going to be in hospital, I'm going to go there, people are going to laugh at me. It's bollocks, man. It doesn't happen for a start, and even if this happened, who cares? No one's going to kill you. You know, this is life, and you have to, if you want to progress and you want to move forwards as a human being, then you have to face that reality, face that fear, recognize it, and push through it, and do that again, and do that again. And as you keep doing that, you will move past it. So I hope that's helped today, guys. I want to really, with the videos that I'm making, I'm just going to roll and start speaking, and I'll make some science videos and nutrition videos as well to help you. But the mind is more important than anything, because none of the rest of that, the training or nutrition or the science, really matters without starting to break down what's going on in here. Be truthful with yourself and recognize your fear and what the fuck is stopping you from getting to where you want to get to. Okay, peace out.